Happy Earth Day, my dears. Happy Earth Day. And at the same time, we get an opportunity because what does the earth represent to you? What does it really mean to you? We walk on her every day, right? There's a lot of cemeteries where she's just underneath this dream that they had is a physical being, and they're dreaming the dream. She will lift me on her lap. She'll receive me on her lap when my dream is done. So, Sarah, welcome so much. Narayan, Lynn, so much light for all of you bringing to the table here today. I can feel it. I always feel it, but today I especially feel it. Kathleen, thank you so much for your beautiful light. Ellen, for your beautiful peace. Marty, for your amazing joy. we'll, we'll all take an attribute. We'll all take what an energy or a reality or a soul quality that really fits for us today. But yesterday, we had this idea of, or the stream was kind of about rooting that there's the sun in Taurus and yeah, the sun in Taurus is like beautiful sun coming down on right here in Ashland. We have lot of little poppies, that California poppies in everyone's yard, just growing wild. Yeah, and so let's just so we planted roots yesterday, and our stream was about the stability, the inner stability of staying true to that inward connection that we have. I mean, you have a choice. You can get yourself all riled up and look around and get into the news and what's going to happen next. That's fine. But you've done that for so many hundreds of incarnations, and it's gotten you to here today. And some of us are trying to get out of the rat race in this lifetime as best we can, right? So today we want to set some boundaries. This is a really important stream, my dears. They all are, because every moment is filled with God presence. This moment, Yogananda says, is eternity, and you can experience eternity in a moment. Just this moment. Yeah. There's a little dog animation that was on, and she was saying that, you know, Mama told me, gave me a lesson today. It's talking, the AI, the little golden retriever. And Mommy gave me a lesson today. She told me not to expect the next thing. So this little dog went on to say, you see that the sun comes up. I know exactly when it comes up and into this room. And every day I go and lay in the sun. And then she's right. It doesn't last. And so I need to let it go because it will go away. So it was a beautiful stream. And they're, sharing so much wisdom, those little doggies in these animated little videos that pop on my line anyway. So, my dears, are you ready? Are you ready for this? And this will really really set the whole energy for us. This one thought, this one quote. When the soul reunites, when the soul reunites, that's an important word. When the soul reunites with God, we are immersed eternally in love and bliss. Can you imagine that you and bliss are kindred forever lovers, to put it mildly, right? You know how close the ocean of love is to us. We're like the soul can be like a fish that's that like is on a little log in a beautiful lake or in an ocean, and it never decides to go into the ocean. The fish, it stays on land and wondering why it's so dry and it's something's not right here, right? So can you imagine your souls right now? How eager, how how long it's been since we were reunited with the source itself. It's something to think about, my dears, because all the God's doing his best right now, always, not just now, but always. And Divine Mother is really on a tear because her world is kind of at a brink, at a breaking point, a collapsing of the old ways so that people can honor her more. This is a day to honor the mother, to love the mother. And I was walking the dogs this morning. I had a song come up that our band did at the Soul of Yoga, the Soul Band. And and it goes like this, just to give you a little idea. Divine Mother, you must be true. From out of the blue, you see me through. Divine Mother, you know my soul. From out of the blue, you love me so. Kuan Yin Lakshmi Jai Jai Ma, Mother Mary Sophia. Kuan Yin Lakshmi Jai Jai Ma, Mother Mary Sophia. And Yogananda has a little chant that goes, engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my divine mother. And then just repeats, divine mother, my divine mother, divine mother, my divine mother, divine mother, my divine mother. Let that chant go, get into your heart right now, my dears. That's the only place to really be. And this reading that we're going to have this morning is going to be about setting some boundaries that you've always wanted to set, but that gets a little dicey at times. And there gets to be, they say 8 out of 10 people are distracted most of their lives. 8 out of 10 are majorly cannot keep their mind on a particular duty, on a particular project, on a particular job, on a particular thing that they really want. And it goes by gets washed away. So it's a little fish on a log that doesn't afraid to jump in. So anyway, I sing those songs because Mother, I say it's Earth Day, it's Mother's Day. It's always Mother's Day, my dear. You have a choice. You can be with her, you can be with the Christ consciousness, you can be with the Om vibration, you can be with the Heavenly Father, you can be with the great ones, you can be with your lineage, you can be with your departed loved ones if you really want to, if the love is strong enough. So let's see if we can really set some boundaries and root once and for all into this being devoured by the mother of us all. Mother Earth, we could say. Mother Gaia, we could say. All right. So that was a quote from this reading that is going to be about her. It's called Quantum Consciousness and Spirituality. That's the group that created this post. And it says, set your boundaries. Ooh, you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you? It will explain. It will make things clear what we're going to hear if you're ready to hear. Set your boundaries to love and end all pain. My darlings, and nothing I wish for most of all of us is that we set our boundaries to love, to end all pain for every being on this planet. This pain ain't the reason why we came here. It's here to teach us that there's something that is not pain. There is something better. Like can't even go there, right? Something's infinitely better. So that's why it's there. But you decide for yourself. This says only love can satisfy you. Only love can satisfy your soul. Yeah. So that poor little fishy soul, she's dying to get wet again. She's dying to get into the ocean and feel that she's completely one with that ocean. She's never apart from that ocean. I don't know how she got up on the log, but she's on the log. So that little fishy needs to jump in today. And we're the little fish, the little soul fish. That is, whether she knows it or not, is really yearning, and really needing desperately the love of the mother. Divine Mother, you must be true. From out of the blue, you see me through. Divine Mother, you know my soul. From out of the blue, you love me so. And then you list all the mother aspects, even Mother Kali, the one that is saying, hey, this is not negotiable, what we're talking about this morning. So let's hear what they say. You are surrounded, Lynn, Ryan, Sarah, Lori, Lisa, Jim, Kathleen, Ellen, Mary, Marty. You are surrounded by a massive field of energy filled with light. We are surrounded. And inside every little neuron and every little atom of our being, every little cell is a massive field of energy filled with light. Wow. How close can we be and not be reunited with the spirit? We haven't set our boundaries. What if you decide to set your boundaries? The next line says, what if you decide to set your boundaries to only allow anything that is love, to only allow anything that is love to enter, and only love to extend outwards? That you're deciding to set a boundary, if you're willing right now, my dears, that only anything that is love enters that sacred heart of yours, enters this sacred temple of yours, enters this mind of yours, enter this life of yours. Yes, the human life, the family life, the everyday life, the physical duality dream delusion life, right? You only, let's just see if whatever comes to you, start to set your boundaries that you not allow anything that is not love to enter, and only allow love to extend outwards. Wow. Boy, your loved ones are smiling ear to ear right now hearing this news that you're only going to be extending love to them. Unconditional love, that means you set them free. Means you don't have any expectations from them. You have no needs. There's no needs. They're not there to serve your needs. It seems like that because marriage can get a bum rap at times, the real meaning of marriage. So listen, anything that is unlike love would not be able to get in once you set this boundary. Anything that is unlike love would not be able to get in you. And you could not accidentally allow anything unlike love to extend from you. And you will not be able. Anything that is unlike love would not be able to get into you, and you could not accidentally allow anything unlike love to extend from you. The game is over, and so is the pain, my dears. Just hearing these words, once again, hearing that love is the only answer. Yogananda said, when I'm gone, only love can take my place. That's why the holy ones got to get the heck out of here. They can't stay around because people get identified with their inner chi, and Christ did a lot of miracles too, and they get hung up on their form. So they say, "See you later. You're on your own. I've given you all that I am, and you are all that you are. So get busy, my dears. Set your boundaries. Don't mess around with this duality dream delusion. It will get you every time." So if you were to not even accidentally allow anything unlike love to extend from you, this would gradually transform your experience. Your experience right now in being in this form, in surrounded in massive field of energy and light, my dears. This would gradually transform your experience exponentially. This one boundary that we're talking about, or maybe there's a few that we're talking about. Your whole experience would be transformed into only divine love. Yeah. Is there anything else you want? Get it done. Go ahead. Do your bucket list if you have to, right? But get it done. Get it over with. Because you want to live in the sea of divine love. So this process only begins when you, my dears, each of us, makes the decision and accepts. Makes the decision and accept that I assume full responsibility for how I choose to use my mind. Or do you let the mind choose you and choose what to do today and how to react today? Right? So your whole experience will be transformed into divine love, but the process only begins when you make the decision and accept, I assume full responsibility for how I choose to use my mind. The day has come, my dears. The days have come to finally set the boundaries of all boundaries. Can you imagine? I mean, what could it be like by giving this a go? You've experienced everything else, and you will continue to have a Groundhog Day again today if we're not careful. So what do we have to lose here? Little fish, little soul fish. Yeah, my little fish. Let me get this back. Yeah. So you will need to be vigilant, only allowing loving thoughts to have life in you. It will take practice, but be assured the universe will respond. Be assured. That's your only real insurance policy that you got, my dears. But be assured the universe will respond. You will be tested. This is why we're here. If we didn't need to be tested, we wouldn't be learning what we came here to learn. It will take practice. Be assured the universe will respond. You will be tested. There's no such thing as failure or mistake. Just learning and refining your technique as a divine lover, as a the divine mother herself. Let her take this one. Yeah. If ever you've given God back anything, give this back. What we're talking about. You're thinking, oh God, I gotta make a decision here, or I don't, and then you just then it goes by the board, right? So, but why don't you give it to her? And then all you have to do is think of her, right? I come to thee, most beautiful mother. It's another song I wrote to her. And lay at your feet all my love. I come to thee, most beautiful mother. I lay at thy feet all my love, all my love. Divine mother, mother, fill my heart with your light and love. Divine mother, fill my heart with your love and light. Fill my heart with your love. That's all. That's our responsibility, is to go into her arms. They're wide open. They're wide open. The ocean, this massive energy of light and energy is not only all around you, but in you. It's right here. It's just a heartbeat away. This reuniting of our soul fish to the ocean. Right here in the heart space. In the heart space, my dears. Spiritual path can be a lot of things to a lot of people, a lot of teachings, and so on and so forth, right? They've ruled the roost. But now, what we're hearing on a pretty regular basis, that it's just about this heart. It's just about this heart. Just about this. I saw a little clip from this show. I guess it was a TV show, Chosen, the Christ show, and he met the lady at the water hole, right? And she didn't believe because she's had a tough life. She's been rejected and this and that. And then finally, he started telling her about her life, her love affairs, and all this. So she started to believe that he was the Messiah. And then all of a sudden, when it clicked into her that she really believed that he was the Messiah, it was such a beautiful scene in this little TV show called The Chosen. I just saw it this morning, just a little thing that came in. It was beautiful. So what if Mother Mary or Sophia or Lakshmi or any, Magdalene came to you today as the Messiah? It's all the same. What if the Messiah, if that means anything to you, came to you today? Because this lady was just bawling when she realized this is the real guy. This is really the Savior. This is really the Messiah. She got it. She was so jumping with joy. She was saying, I'm going to tell the world. It was a beautiful scene, my dears. It was just a beautiful scene. So when the mind wants only love, my dears, let's get this going here. When the mind wants only love, that is all it will see. Okay? When you want only love, that's all you'll know. Love sees beyond all boundaries and dimensions. So we're saying boundaries. But to get beyond them, you want to set a boundary for anything that isn't love not to come into you and only love to stay in you and then to extend from you, right? So there is no such thing as failure or mistake, just learning and refining your technique. Remain awake, discerning and disciplined. This is the end of all pain. When the mind wants only love, that is all it will see, only love. Love sees beyond all boundaries and dimensions. You will lose, my dears. You're attached to loved ones, sure. Dogs, yeah. Foods, yeah. Almost everything about the physical life we're attached to. Right? We're like birds caged in a cage, and the cage door is always open, and we don't fly out, just like the fish doesn't jump back into the sea of joy. So, love sees beyond all boundaries and dimensions. You will lose any feeling of loss. When you're one of these divine love addicts, you will never experience this feeling of loss. Wow, really? Yeah, that's why it was Gibran who said, eat love until it hurts you. It's like stabbing you. And that's the stab of, having the attachment for something like our dogs and things like that. And then thinking of, oh my God, they can't not going to be here. But of course they're not going to stay here. They have a short term. And we have a pretty short term as well. But when you have love, divine love sorrows, it's called divine love sorrows. Yeah, you're sorrowful for the loss, but you also have the love. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing. That's the missing piece, PEACE, right there. You still have the love. The loss will come when it comes, but you have the love because you know the love is in that loss. Love is in everything and everyone. All right. And that's the end of all pain. You see, you will lose any feeling of loss. You will feel and know that only love is real. You will embrace your consciousness and awareness with divine love. You will embrace your own mind, consciousness, whatever you want to say, what you want to call it. You will do so with awareness, with divine love. Pain can no longer be possibility in your love-filled field of awareness. Pain can no longer be there. Only love is real. Only love can take my place, says Yogananda. Even the Beatles had some love songs, right? All you need is love. It's just, it's all around us and we don't see it because we haven't really decided, right? And there's no problem with that because God's love doesn't go away from you because you're not decided, right? Don't you realize that just our human limitations, God loved probably more than the little goody goodies, the goody shoes, goody two shoes that we might think we're doing at times. No, he's loving the parts that hurt. They say that healing is the application of love to the parts that hurt, right? So God's and Divine Mother are loving the parts that hurt for you when you're a little afraid to put the love into them. All right. Don't worry, you got backup, my dears. Seriously good, eternal, ever of there, never apart, backup. You will come to want only love. Okay, don't sit wondering why something happened. Ask yourself what you really want. No sense wondering anymore. There's no need, to be sitting there thinking when you can be loving. You will come to want only love because only love can satisfy your thirst. Only love can satisfy your soul. So, with deep love and respect, beautiful soul family. All right. Now, this was the picture and that quote that said, when the soul reunites with God, we are immersed eternally in love and bliss. But if you want to see a picture, I want to show you a picture. I thought I was going to show you a picture. It's just showing me well, it's a picture of Christ, beautiful Christ, and beautiful, I think it's Mary Magdalene, and she's holding the earth in her belly. So it's a pregnant woman and a beautiful Christ man, a man and woman. And it's just a beautiful picture, but I can't bring it up right now, I don't think, without taking up your love time, man. We got to get this thing just sewed up today. We have to sign on the dotted line today. Just kidding. Just letting you know that it's a perfect time actually with the world the way it is. I don't think we have an alternative. That's a good thing too. Okay. So this is the sacred union of Earth. So it's Earth Day. This is called the sacred union of Earth. This is another angle in on the Earth Day, my dears. I know Trisha's going to go see a big drum circle of women that bang on these big drums. They're amazing, amazing. And they're going to do that at the Ashland Yoga Center. Yeah, the sacred to honor Earth Day. So when you look at that image that I just described, something inside you stirs. That beautiful man and that amazing, beautiful woman that has the Christos inside of her, the earth inside of her, pregnant woman. So it's not just a beautiful picture. It says it's a living symbol of what is happening on our planet right now, my dears. This is some major hope. Let's add some major hope to our amazing um, stream this morning. On one side stands the man, radiant, golden, full of solar power, holding a sphere of pure light in his hands. On the other side stands the woman, pregnant, soft, lunar, with a blooming flower in her womb. I guess it's a blooming flower she had in her womb. Between them rises a vertical beam. Between them rises a beautiful beam of pure energy, sacred geometry connecting heaven and earth. Wow. They are two halves of one whole. They are two halves of one whole. This is the sacred union. Two halves of one whole. You know, God is both the individual and he's the many. He's the one that became the many, and now the many are returning to be the one. And that's called sacred union. And it is not merely a metaphor, my dears. It is what is truly unfolding on earth at this moment. It's the end of duality and separation, man and woman, and all that went with it for so many aeons. For thousands of years, we have lived in deep duality. We have lived in deep duality. The masculine and feminine principles were separated, often placed in opposition: man, reason, strength, action; woman, emotion, softness, receptivity. This polarity brought great progress, but also endless conflict, imbalance, and inner fragmentation. Now, this duality is coming to an end, Laurie, Lynn, Narayanji. Man, you are so beautiful to come to this. Yeah. You always hear me say it because your soul is so beautiful. Your consistency is so beautiful. There's no reason to come on this thing except for something so deep and beautiful in you that's giving you the bravery and the intention and motivation to come. Men and women will no longer live in separation. Inside each of us, see, this gets pretty metaphysical. Inside each of us, the sacred union is awakening, the merging of our own. Has to happen. The merging of our own inner masculine and feminine principles. The merging. Tell me that isn't divine love. The merging of our own inner masculine, feminine principles, right? Yeah, and what was he holding? A pure sphere of light in its hands. A radiant golden, full of solar power was the man, and the woman was with a blooming flower in her womb. And there was a vertical beam of pure energy, sacred geometry connecting heaven and earth, which represents they are two separate beings. They are two halves of one whole. Just wanted to reiterate that to you. No longer will men and women live in separation. Each inside of us, the sacred union is awakening. I mentioned that, of the masculine and divine feminines merging, not as a compromise, but not as balancing, but as a natural, complete union, my dears. We've been on that log too long. We've been out of the sea of joy too long. When the masculine and feminine within us come together, we stop fighting ourselves. So here's how self-love can really be reignited or brought back to life. When the masculine and feminine within us come together, we stop fighting ourselves. We stop looking for in another person what we lack within. We stop projecting our own unintegrated half onto a partner. That's where it gets really, really tricky. We stop projecting our own unintegrated half onto our partner. Boy, we begin to love ourselves wholly and completely. You don't need to put anything on your partner anymore. Nothing. Nada. What does this mean for humanity on Earth? New relationships no longer born from need, but from overflowing fullness. Partnership becomes a sacred space where two whole beings meet to create something even greater. Wow. That's a true divine union of husband and wife. If you're in there or any relationship, it's a new creation. When inner union manifests outwardly, people begin to create a place where inspiration and action, vision and realization are one. New art, technologies, communities, and ways of living will emerge. Inner peace. There's the missing piece, the inner peace. Many will stop battling their soft or strong side. Men will no longer fear their sensitivity. Women will no longer fear their power. Wow. Collective awakening. The sacred union of Earth is not only a personal matter, it's a planetary process, perfect for Earth Day, right? When the masculine and feminine principles on Earth unite, the planet itself begins to heal. This is not a fairy tale, what we're talking about. It's the reality that is unfolding right now. Every one of us is part of it. by how we love ourselves, how we heal our inner polarities, and how we open to true partnership. When man and woman meet not as two halves seeking completion, but as two wholes choosing to create together, something entirely new is born. Don't you love this, Lynn Adams? Just as this image, new life, new reality, and new world, the sacred union of earth is not something that will come. My dears, it is already happening, and you are part of it. With love, Elisa and Raziel Ra. Ah, there it is. There's the picture. Can you see it? Those who are still on? Yeah, yeah. Cool, huh? The Ryan? Yeah, really cool. Yeah. This made my life today, my dears. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much you helped me and lift me up. I really appreciate you all. All right. So that was the picture. I'm glad we got to see it. Let's rub our hands together. We will be divine gypsies. I will be a gypsy, Yogananda said. I'll roam and roam with the Om. Yeah. I will be a gypsy, a divine gypsy. Roam, roam with the Om. Let's chant it. Oh,
Um,
beautiful, my dear. Let's go again. Feeling deep. Just feel beneath your feeling and then feel beneath that feeling, and then feel a little deeper and then just dive in completely and leave yourself in that complete environment of massive light and love. Inhale. Om. Thank you, my dears. What beautiful. No, can you imagine as we just take a moment and we put our glasses on and we do our little mantra, just feel that everything is in place for you. You didn't have to necessarily make a commitment or and any of that because it's between you and God. And quite frankly, if you took the route that I'm just going to give my heart to God today and let God and Divine Mother, fill me with what I need, you'll be in great shape. So we love and we care, and then we let it shine. Thank you, my dears. Thanks so much. You let it go out because nothing can go out now because it's that isn't divine love and nothing can come in because you have decided not to allow anything but love in. So good job. Happy for us. Good luck. Have a beautiful day. Uh, that's an understatement, right? So thank you, my dears. And we'll be seeing each other again soon. And we'll be kind of feeling a little, maybe a little snappier. Not snappy, but snappier, meaning that you're just light filled. Everything's just making total sense. Everything uniting together as one. We're all coming together as one. All right. Much love and light, my dears. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Is everyone good? Did you want to say something? I can always put my volume up a little bit if somebody has something, but I've already taken your extra time. So let's leave it at that. And let's leave the old behind and be so thrilled, divinely thrilled that you are all about divine love.